Welcome to another video. Suerte del Molino Farm, Andalusia in Spain. For us it's about nature, discovering, experiencing. We came here because we wanted to be in nature, part of nature, and flow with nature. We don't know what nature is, but we are here to find out. I'm here, top of a tree, sitting, watching, listening, not really thinking, wondering. If we just leave all of this to become a forest, is that nature? Can be. There on the left we already have a swale, a pipe for irrigation, planted some wheat on the swale, some more swales on the right hand side with Paulovnias. It raises the question of, is it all about forests? Is it about leaving things? I don't think so. We are here to interact, to share, to grow, to have abundance, and that is what we are doing. The Celts, the Romans, the Moors, the Spanish, they all left their mark on this land. All of them preferred to have a hybrid of trees and savanna. They selected trees to survive for their seeds, the olive, the oaks to feed the pigs, savanna to feed the goats and the sheep and the cattle. This has been going for thousands of years, and I have inherited that net result. In a few days' time we will have 10 days of 110, 115 degrees Fahrenheit, 42 Celsius. Is this part of the normal? I cannot find any records that actually indicate that in the fossil records that these temperatures existed in the past. So what is natural and normal now? How do we cater for these excessive amounts, spouts of heat waves? The plants actually survive quite well with less water, but not with these high temperatures. This border collie, it has been bred to herd animals towards its owner, not to kill. So it's part of a team. I cannot train them to stop herding animals. I have to make use of it. I have to work with them. I cannot train this selected, changed, coached, shaped nature to suddenly be different. I have to work with it. I'm happy to do so. This cistus brush, bush, Usually they have a lot of green leaves and flowers, a lot of resin in the leaves. It gets sold to pharmaceutical companies in the Middle East to manufacture all sorts of perfumes. They're not doing well. I'm actually in agreement that this should be cut down, mowed down, but I'm not allowed to use any gasoline, petrol driven tool this time of the year. It would have been nice to just place it on top of the soil to hold back this beautiful mulch from these trees. A lot of runoff will happen with the first rain, but I cannot do anything about it. To cut it by hand is impossible. The deer still enter. But without nibbling my fruit trees. Maybe we have an agreement. How do they fit into nature? This is the retama, the broom bush. It's actually a very beautiful plant. I like it. Green all year round. Here I did remove the harabush. The idea was to plant some alfalfa and wheat in spring, but there was not a drop of rain. These asabuche, the wild olive, they have been pruned. So I've created a wasteland. I have created some lifeless soil. This wasn't the idea. The previous owner made a canal from the top down here to catch the water running towards the fence, to save the fence. And then I made lots of swales to take the water away from leaving the property and bring it towards the property. I have planted some Paulovnia. This is the hybrid, no flowers, no seeds, but they can reproduce through the roots. I'm happy to have them here. 42 degrees Celsius for a week, the third time this year, is not normal. We need to look at new species to see how we can accommodate some new plants. I'm quite happy to experiment with them. These Paulovnia, they produce a lot of carbon matter, huge leaves, also absorb a lot of carbon, and then they also produce a lot of oxygen. So I'm happy with them. These ones are growing nicely. This is where the pigs have not reached. This is also a rosemary. They look fine. In each of these swales I planted a different type of pine, and the idea was to experiment. This one is growing well. I'm not here to make any statements about the future, about survival. I just know in Spain we cannot continue to create lifeless soil. We need to address this issue very quickly. A lot of water just gets pumped out of the earth for irrigation to become the vegetable basket for Europe. Is this the future? I don't know how long the water I have will last. I also will have to rethink things the next month. Till then, soon. Goodbye.